I have had an interesting day, and a client that I spoke to this morning was telling me how stressed she was, and I said, "Well, what about?" And she said, "Oh, it's my 11-year-old likes to argue at bedtime and generally, is not behaving themselves." And she was a bit stressed and a bit tired, and it gets to all of us. So, how do we deal with naughty little boys and naughty little girls and maintain the moral high ground? Well, here's a trick that I learnt a while ago, and I thought I would share it with you. My experience is purely with boys. I have three of them, aged 19, 17, and 10. And over those years, I've learned a thing or two. But I think the most important thing is to maintain the moral high ground, but have fun and not to get too upset. And I know we all get tired, and it's a relentless thing bringing up boys and girls, but you can do it in a fun and loving way. So you've got your teenager who's maybe slamming doors and arguing back and giving you all of that to do. And it's very simple. When they start spouting off, I just go, "Really interesting you see it that way. Okay, not a problem. I'll think on that." And I turn around and walk away. You have maintained the moral high ground. You've just mirrored back everything that they've just said to you, and they've got nowhere to go with it, and there's no fight, and they're kind of left disappointed because that wasn't the reaction they were thinking they were going to get. And you can use this at all sorts of ages, and particularly at Christmas time when you've got the family members coming who you know that you're going to just not get on with, and it's a bit oil and water. And when that comment comes that you'll just riles your hackles, you can just go, "Really interesting point of view, hadn't thought of it that way," and go and make a cup of tea. And they've got nowhere to go with it. It's absolutely brilliant. It gets you out of a lot of hot water, and it's really, really useful. But when you've got slightly younger children, you can have fun with it in a different way, which is positive for them too, because you're just going to reinforce their energy. So when you've got little boys particularly, or little girls, and they're probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 8, and they're going, "I hate you, and I don't want this, and I don't want that," and they're absolutely raging. And you can stand there with a really big smile on your face and go, "Wow, that energy and your conviction is fantastic." Now, if you can channel that into something really, really important, that's awesome. Have you got any more of that? And they might fly off again and go, "Wow, you took it up a couple of notches, so there's actually even more of that coming." And you just keep giving them lots and lots of positive reinforcement. In the end, they'll run out of steam, and it just sort of tends to dissolve. And that's the whole idea of it, that the whole thing is going to dissolve. The other good trick is with little children who are sort of saying how much they hate you, and they can't cope with everything that's going on. You just go, "Do you know something? You may hate me right now, but I love you from the bottom of my heart to the moon and back, whatever comes to your mind." And they've got nowhere to go with it, because again, you've positively reinforced it, and they're wanting an argument, and you're just reinforcing something absolutely spectacular. And "Oh, I hate it when you do this, this, that, and the other, but darling, I just can't help it. I just love you all the more, and I see you're not in a good place, and that's okay, but we can share this," at which point they will probably turn around and leave. Calm down, usually burst out laughing, or come back again. The other technique I use when they're a little bit older is the calendar technique. Good with girls who like to slam doors and get very, very sultry. And, they're giving you one of those looks, one of those sort of behaviours, and it's all sort of, body language and everything. And you just go, "That's an amazing pose. Hold it there. I think maybe February, March, what do you think? It'd be great on the calendar. Can you just hold it, just work that chin a bit more, just throw that shoulder back." And just have fun with their reaction. And again, it will completely and utterly diffuse it. And I've had my eldest teenager basically burst out laughing now and goes, "Mom, you're not going to do that on me. I'm 19. And I go, "No, I'm not going to do it on you. I'm just going to do what I always do and laugh and say how much I love you, and that's fine." And they just burst out laughing. And we don't have arguments particularly in the house any longer, because they know there's no point. We talk about things, and when they realise that going off with a lot of emotion and aggression and door slamming and stuff like that isn't going to get the reaction that they want, then they'll calm down and start to talk to you in a normal way. So that's the way that I have learnt to deal with many people of many ages, and I hope you found it helpful. Before I disappear on that note, don't forget, the end of November, the winter MOT comes to a close. That's 120 minutes. No, that's not quite right. It's 1 hour 20 minutes with me for £99, where we're going to go through everything that's going to take you through the winter time. Make sure you don't come down with any coughs or colds or any of those sorts of things. And so that's a really big saving. So if you would like one of those before the end of November, do click on the website and let me know. If you're not signed up to my new Facebook page, that would be a really good idea, because I give a lot more in-depth tips on that. It's called Healthy Starts With You. And last of all, if you're not signed up to my email letter, which doesn't come out too often, you won't get the discounts that I'm offering, and you'll find that on liliasahmeira.com. I'll spell that for you. That's LILIASAHM for mother, EIRA.com. So emails for discounts. And just the one thing to remember is, no matter how uncomfortable you are, no matter what's going on in your life, there is always a solution. And if you come and talk to me, I will go to the ends of the earth to try and find that solution for you where others have failed. Have a great night, and I look forward to speaking to you all again soon. God bless. Night night. Bye bye.